Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the museum, all the viewers, all the subscribers.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Reese. Welcome back to the museum. Make sure you check out our website, man, TMTV.world. Also, too, I messed up the order, but it's all right. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, all that good stuff. We want to know how our performance is going, all right? Let us know what you're thinking. But in the meantime, between time, let's get into business. I got my guy Kevin Lilly in the building. How's it going, brother?
Doing well.
Every time I say your name, it sounds so famous, like Kevin Lilly. Like, it just rings, though. It rings, man. It rings.
Well, I appreciate that. Usually when you hear Lilly, it's like Lily Pad or some corny joke I've heard since middle school, but I'll take famous.
But see, we grown men. You know, we ain't gonna go to the lily pad jokes. You know, I got a couple in the cut though. I mean,
if you do, as long as they're good, that's what matters. I mean, if you have the corny ones, it's like I heard that before. Get creative, but
nah, I feel you, man. Samaritans Steps is in the building.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
Again,
I know. I'm honored to be back here. I love this.
You was here last February, man. You know, you was talking about everything going on with your plan for Samaritan Steps for 2015. How did that pan out for you, by the way?
Went really well. I mean, so we ended up doing a lot more than we actually expected. So
as I was seeing, like you was, it got real. It got real.
So we pretty much, half of the stuff I'm probably gonna forget. So we created the scholarship, which we'll talk more in detail about later. We pretty much had a fundraiser. We raised some money, but we also got to bring a bunch of kids to the Celtics game. Right. A bunch of kids in homeless families, which was really, it was awesome because, you know, some of them wanted to go but couldn't afford to. But just seeing the excitement on the kids' faces made it all worth it. We got to do that on Christmas. I wanted to do something different because usually when it comes to Christmas, people just do that sympathy. Let me donate to organization.
Yeah. They only do it once a year.
Exactly.
It's not something to do all the time.
I want to do something fun. So I pretty much bought a Santa suit. We did a toy drive and we raised over $6 grand worth of toys. Wrapped them. And our own wrapping paper with our logo on it.
That's dope. That's dope.
And we went to a couple motels in Brighton and delivered them to homeless families.
Wow.
So and
that's smooth.
Well over 200 families.
Wow.
300 gifts. So
wait, 200 families homeless.
Yeah.
In Brighton.
These are just in
regular
motels.
Oh, so like they place these people in different motels around the city. Like,
So there's, I mean,
because the shelters are full.
The state,
right?
A lot of shelters have been capacity since like the summer, but there's been a lot of. There was one motel that was just exclusively homeless families.
Wow.
So it's really difficult and it was hard, but you know, a lot of the volunteers had fun doing it and it was a good experience for everybody. And I mean, one thing I want to do with the organization is make it fun. Right. Because I mean, nonprofits are boring. It's just like, oh, let me move boxes or put soup in a cup. Like, it's not fun. That's boring. No one wants to do all that. So wanted to come up with creative things. So we did that. Some things that will probably come back to me, but
that's cool. It's cool. I mean, now in terms of the whole the organization, the part that stands out the most is nonprofit. You know, you started a nonprofit organization. Yeah. You know, you're not in your 30s, you're not in your 40s, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone, you know, that's in their 20s, even in their 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, that even younger, that wants to start their own nonprofit organization based off of how it's been going for you? Not to say everyone's blessing is the same, but since it's been going well for you, what would be some things that you would relate to the next person that would like to follow in those footsteps?
I would pretty much say you have to, there's a lot of things that go into it. I mean, in terms of the formal stuff, I'll definitely send my contact info at the end so people can reach out to me and I can definitely help you with the entire process. But one, I would say get a mentor because it's good to have someone who's kind of been through the road who can help you out. Thankfully, I have like LaKenda Rivers. She started a family movement who's been my mentor and been really helpful with the entire process. Another thing is you have to have a heart for it because it sucks. I mean, not saying starting a nonprofit sucks, but you're dealing with a stressful issue day after day. You're dealing with something that it takes a toll on you.
Emotionally, mentally, physically, everything.
It feels like, let me think of a way to phrase it. Like, it's like being Superman, the whole city falling apart and you can't save everybody, but at the same time you're trying to save as many people as possible. It's just like you're trying to be as effective as possible with little resources and all that other stuff. And given Boston, there's a lot of nonprofits in the city, you really have to do stuff to stand out. So we're trying to be creative, and I mean, there's the big players in the city, and it's just like, for me, I want to create an organization that's different, that's creative, that's innovative, and fun. So we're trying to do things a lot differently than others. But I mean, when it comes to this, you have to really be consistent because there's a lot of people who say, well, oh, I care about the homeless, I care about AIDS, I care about, you know, education, all this other stuff.
Right.
But they're not consistent. They move on to the next thing as soon as it goes viral. So
exactly,
it's just like
it's like being a vulture, almost in a sense.
exactly.
Yeah.
And people will repost something, but they don't really care.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, people see injustice. They're like, oh, I'm gonna share that and put this is sad and wrong. But
Just to get some likes, to get the attention. You know, it's not to say that I know people's hearts, but you know, you kind of see people's patterns with certain things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you know, are you really genuine with this? And I think that's one of the things that, you know, would make someone very, not so much successful in a financial way, but successful as, you know, your face being clean, your reputation going very far, is being genuine in what you do.
Absolutely.
You know, because you can't fake this till you make it.
You can't.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Now, speaking of creativity.
Absolutely.
Now, we got the See Beyond Scholarship.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about that.
Good, Samaritans Steps is teaming up with the Museum TV.
Yep.
Talk to everybody about this scholarship, man, because not so many people our age and younger is really thinking about this right now. And I really feel like, no, matter of fact, I ain't feeling. Y'all better pay attention to this. Talk to them real quick.
I'll give you the quick background on how it actually started. So last year, I was taking forever in getting my museum shirt. I kept saying, okay, I'm going to get it.
You can't say it too loud, man.
I finally got my museum shirt. I got it. So I got my museum shirt, and Winsky came to drop it off, and we were talking in the middle of the street of collaborating, because, you know, we both of our sides, we love what each other do, and we wanted to collaborate, but we wanted it to be the right collaboration.
Right.
We didn't want to be like a Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Best of Both Worlds, where it was just done with
Cliche,
collaboration.
yeah, I get what
exactly, because I mean, some people like want to collaborate in theory, but in reality it's just awful. So we want to make sure it was the right thing, and since both of our organizations are focused on both, we love the city, and we want to create opportunities for people, you know, who don't get them, whether it be musicians, young people, whatever. So this seemed like the perfect fit. So the scholarship is pretty much it's $500 scholarship. We're both parties, we're gonna pretty much come in halfway. We're gonna have
$500 scholarship.
Yeah, $250 per semester.
Go ahead.
And it's going to go towards books in college. So we wanted to do something for those students in high schools in the Boston area who have like less than stellar GPAs but have a lot of potential. Because usually like people don't care about those kids. Like, have you seen the movie Dope?
I saw like the first 30 minutes of the movie, and I was just like,
I love the movie. It's a great.
I've heard a lot of good things. I don't know what I was doing that day. I probably just didn't have the time to sit there and really watch it, but I will. If you're about to make a good reference, I definitely gotta check it out. So go ahead. So
in the movie, there's a guidance counselor in the movie who pretty much just craps on the main character. Malcolm's dreams of going to Harvard. Pretty much says, well, you're being real arrogant, thinking you're gonna go into Harvard and all this other stuff. And the thing is, that character exists in all these schools. There's always these people telling these kids what they can't do instead of encouraging them. They see their grades and say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and they don't say, you know, you could do this. They don't encourage these kids. And you have a lot of kids out there who are going based off of and the thing is, with these guidance counselors and these other people putting these kids down, it's not like limiting, it's not showing the limitation of the kids, it's the limited view of the guidance counselor. They think it's small, it's not the kids. So, I mean, we wanted to do something that would pretty much encourage these kids to, you know, to show that we believe in them. To show, like, you know, it doesn't matter what your past is. You can still do something great. So that was and we wanted to do something like this for a long time because we were all these kids. Even if you didn't have, like, we all had some.
Not everybody was an A+ student. Not everybody is a B+ student. You know, not everybody is a C student. You know, but at least you said, if you have the potential.
And one of my favorite quotes is from Josh Hawley. He said, like, the B students manage the A students, the C students run the company, and the D students pretty much own the business. I mean, it's just something like that. It's just like, people always sleep on the kids for their current grades, but they have so much more potential.
Now, we're not saying go to school and strive to get that D. Now, we definitely want you to get those A's and B's, but we just put it in perspective for you, okay? It's not too late. It doesn't mean you're at the bottom, all right?
Absolutely.
So my fault.
No worries. I mean, because in high school, I had pretty much a D GPA, but then college, I graduated with a 3.7. So I mean, like, if I could turn around, anybody could. So that's what the point is. And I mean, we'll help them get their books in college. The idea being that they'll put themselves in position for more scholarships down the line. So that's one of the scholarships. We also have our Invisible Scholar Book Scholarship, which is specifically for homeless students. So
And that's coming up for the rest of 2016?
Yep. So
Okay.
both scholarships got pretty much announced around the same time.
All right.
So one specifically for home students, one for high school students, seniors with like less than stellar GPAs.
Okay.
And with the Invisible Scholar one, there are a lot of homeless students in BPS.
Yeah.
In college, and we wanted to do something for them because no one really cares about them unless like they have a speech that goes viral, like I was homeless for all 4 years, and people are like, oh, that's so sad.
Set up a GoFundMe.
Exactly. It's like by that time,
you raised $100,000 in 2 weeks, but where were you the entire time?
Exactly. What about that kid who's like looking for somewhere to stay during Christmas break? A time when we all take for granted. It's like we have houses, all that stuff. What about those students? So we have that, and that was another thing we started last year. We started a campus initiative too to create like Samaritan Steps clubs on college campuses, so students can help their homeless peers. So we kind of a peer-to-peer type of thing. So. But you know, those are the two scholarships we have right now. I mean, idealistically, I want to do another one for kids with records. Okay. Because I mean, you know, that's
a good one. You might have to come back. That might be another good interview too. Exactly. So we might have to do a 3P with you. Absolutely. We might really have to do that. Absolutely. Hold that, because I don't want people to get too much juice on that one. No, seriously, I don't want to get people, because that sounds like something that can really impact a lot of our viewers.
Absolutely.
Like seriously.
Yeah,
but now, you know, with the CBN Scholarship you have going, paired up with the museum, Samaritan Steps. How can everybody get into start the process of finding out more information about that? Is there a .com? Do you need to check out your IG?
Sure.
Talk to them.
Sure. So you can go on the website, so SamaritanSteps.com.
Okay.
I think the link is also on the Museum TV website too.
Yes,
so you can pretty much go on the website. The application is on there, and also soon when it gets nicer, we're definitely planning on, you know, partnering up, going to a bunch of these schools and dropping off applications. So definitely planning on.
Give me a call, man.
Absolutely.
There you go, baby. There you go. Definitely.
Exactly. Gotta show these kids that these stuff exists.
Exactly.
People don't really tell them about scholarships, and so it's like, I mean, people tell them scholarships exist, but people don't tell them. I mean, but half of the scholarships they tell you about, you can't apply for. You
have to be left-handed. You have to be left-handed and be 32.6 inches tall. Like, that's weird. It's weird.
And I'm like, I couldn't apply for half of those anyway. I mean, I didn't apply for half of them because I got turned down and couldn't apply.
Exactly. Now, I appreciate you, Kevin, for coming through, man.
And I appreciate you all for having
me. You always bring a different type of spirit in here, man. You bring a spirit of open-mindedness. You know, and even outside the camera, you know, and I respect you, man, and your efforts and the staple that you're putting in the city, man, because that's big weight right there, you know. So make sure y'all check out, man, Samaritan Steps, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, get with this guy, and make sure if you're watching this interview right now, and there's somebody that you know is in high school, your brother, sister, cousin, friend, whoever, point them to this interview, please, because this is a real good thing. We got the CBN Scholarship going on, man. Make sure you go on to Good Samaritan Steps, excuse me, not Good Samaritan, but Samaritan Steps, and get the application, man. All right, and we also will be passing them out too.
Absolutely.
All right, so get with us, and we'll get with you. Now, any shout-outs, man, before we go?
Absolutely. My board, I want to shout out to my board members, my intern. Feels good saying I have an intern. It feels like I have power I can abuse now. Shout out to my intern, Tina, who's the co-creator of our campus initiative. My mentors organization, pretty much, you know, people who believed in us, people who doubted us, because they made me work harder.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you want to crush them.
Definitely.
You know, not supposed to say that. I'm supposed to be nice and full of love and joy, but, you know, and just everybody who supported us. I mean, you know, whether it be with money, donating clothes, donating toys, all that other stuff. And I mean, we have our annual report, which I'm going to finish up and put out soon, so people will know what we actually do with the money, because transparency is big with me. So but thank you to everyone who supported the organization. Thank you all for having us.
Thank you, man,
supporting.
for coming through, man.
And it's awesome to partner with you all, because it's something that's useful, it's beneficial, and it's the right fit. It's not a wrong collaboration. It's something that's definitely going to help.
It's organic.
Exactly.
That's my favorite word.
It is, but who knows, down the road, it's just like that kid that we help out. Sooner or later might go back and probably do something of their own and help another person. We'll pretty much be starting a new wave and stuff, and just starting that cycle. So it feels good to, you know, do something different.
Yeah, you planting that seed, man. You planting that seed. But look, Kevin Lilly, I appreciate you, my brother. Samaritan Steps is in the building, and make sure I'm trying to tell you, man, you gotta get that application. Look, don't mind my face, man. I'm a pretty guy on the inside. But listen, thank you for Kevin for coming through, man, holding us down in the museum. Look, I appreciate you all for watching. But before I go, you already know, make sure You hustle with consistency and provide quality work because they cannot deny what's dope. Alright? Samaritans Steps, Museum TV. CB on Scholarship. Let's do it.